Hello, how y'all doing? February the 1st. This is the cheap property update. I do a lot of research. I always do a lot of research all across the country on dirt cheap properties, as I call them. And so this is a cheap property update. There's still a lot of properties out there. I urge you, particularly if you are on Skid Row, to buy these properties. I've seen a lot for $1,200 and a lot for $1,500. Then you can put a small trailer on them, or if you are living out of your van or out of your car, you can park there. I've seen a church, an old church with a paved parking lot for $13,000. Less than $20,000 for a house or trailer with a lot of acreage. Less than $25,000 for a 2 to 3 acre tract. I've seen a trailer on 9 acres. 9 acres for $19K. Now, it doesn't mean you have to live in a trailer. You can tear that trailer down and just build your own. But these are some of those properties. In West Texas, you can probably get some property for $1,000 an acre. So what if you're living out in the sand? I mean, desert, that's still okay. It's still your house and it's still your property. You can build a third world house there, which is just cinder block and a straw. Okay. In Central Ohio, there's still a whole lot of houses that are for sale that are less than $20K, less than $15,000. A lot of them in Central Ohio, but you have to fix them up. So, also, there are plenty of properties in Nebraska, of all places. Nebraska, they have a whole lot of tax delinquent properties. And like I said in the video on tax delinquent property, you have to go to those particular states to see what the rules are, because every state is different. Every county is different. So, like I said, in Central Ohio, they have abandoned properties actually for sale. And you got to understand, the state government does not want these properties. They want to get rid of them. Now, on Skid Row, actually people are not poor, because you can't even exist in America if you're flat broke. You can't even survive in America. So people on Skid Row are not necessarily poor. They're either getting general welfare or disability or a retirement check, social security check. So they're not totally flat broke, because you cannot exist in this country if you're flat broke. Okay, there are very few Hispanics on Skid Row. Why? Because the Hispanics, whether they are legal or illegal, they get most of the housing. And the best housing too. So I'm not being racist, I'm just real. So the whites and the blacks are shut out of housing. And so on Skid Row, there's a lot of handicapped people, and they should get priority over housing. But on Skid Row, there are a lot of handicapped people who don't have housing. They have various bone deformities, they have multiple sclerosis, cerebral palsy, etc. Or they're just too old to be on the street. They should get priority over housing. They should get priority. Not the illegals, illegal Hispanics. They shouldn't get priority. The handicapped Americans should get priority. But Los Angeles, San Francisco, and that whole area, the whole Bay Area, they don't care about handicapped people, evidently, because there are a lot of them on Skid Row. Now, just to give you a perspective, the average pimp in Los Angeles has $20,000 worth of clothing and jewelry from head to foot. Now, that's just on any given day. Now, if they're at the Players Ball, they have $50,000 worth of jewelry and clothing from head to foot. That's to give you a perspective. Like I said, on any given day, they got $20,000 worth of jewelry from head to foot. So, people always say, I ain't got no money. That's not my issue. That's not my problem. You got to save your money, whether you're on general welfare, whether you're getting some type of check, you need to save it. You need to put it on a debit card. You need to save that money. So those are my cheap property updates. And like I said, I urge you to go, if you can get internet service anywhere, at Starbucks or whatever, if you can get internet service, I urge you to go do some research. Arkansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, West Texas, landsales.com, Zillow.com. I urge you to do, and if you don't have a map of these states, I have a map of these states. Okay, I just printed it. You can just print it. Print the map of these. So go into the library and print the map of these states. So I have a map of the states that I look at. But choose a county. Choose whatever county you want. But they're still out there. Have a nice day.